Let's start with Chelsea. I mean, hey,
well.
I'm not seeing this guy come in here this happy. Right, for a very, very long time, right? And that includes, I'm taking out the summer break. I'm including last season. He bopped in here today, man.
He did.
Yeah, man.
Ready and willing to talk about Chelsea.
Wait.
I'm pretty sure I saw him skipping. He was skipping.
He was skipping, man.
I've been smiling since yesterday. I'll be honest. I've been smiling since yesterday. It was definitely a game of two halves because I know Tobes called me at half time and I was fuming. And that's where that clip in the intro comes from. But when you have a second half like that, when you score 6 goals away at any Premier League club, that is a great day. There's definitely a couple of concerns that we're gonna bank and we're gonna have to fix. But 6 goals, I mean, Madueke, I have to start with him because he was far and away man the match. And this was even before he started scoring his goals in the first half. He was taking people on, getting a couple of good shots off, forcing the keeper into saves. And then in the second half, he scored 3 goals that were literally all identical.
Yeah.
2 of his
They didn't learn. They didn't learn defending him.
They
did
didn't learn. They couldn't deal with him.
Bro.
I think he got the fullback booked as well in the first half.
I knew he was on a yellow, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he got him booked. But the thing is with Madueke is that he seems to like playing with a chip on his shoulder because he put out an Instagram post the day before about Wolverhampton is shit, and obviously
I love
put
that.
it on his private.
I absolutely
and I
love
was
that.
thinking, and listen, for me, that's I expect that from a 21, 22-year-old. I understand he's gonna have his banter. He should have had it on his private, but I said, you know what? Now you need to perform because there's no doubt Wolves fans are gonna give you a bollock.
I mean, he got booed every time.
Can I ask a question? Why should he have put that on his private? If he thinks Wolverhampton is dead, he thinks Wolverhampton's dead.
Nah, man, come on.
Why?
Disrespectful, though.
That's disrespectful.
Why?
Man.
I know you love all that.
Why? I love it. I love it.
Disrespectful.
I do.
I
listen,
actually love it,
I
bro.
love a bit of character.
He was
I do.
laughing all the way through his apology as well.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, it
I love
wasn't
a bit of
heartfelt.
character.
You love it. I bet you wouldn't
meant that.
put that out. You're on an away trip up there, right? You're not going to put that on your thing, are you?
I probably would. He's heard me. You've heard me speak about Luton.
Yeah, but now we got to pay extra security. Do you know what I mean?
If there is anyone in Wolves watching, let us know.
Yes.
Wolverhampton.
So-
I mean, I've only stayed in the Premier on an away day there, but
He was brilliant. Hat trick, fully deserved. He scored a good goal in midweek as well when he came on off the bench, so he had something to prove. Palmer again, man. Palmer 3 assists and a goal.
Great goal.
The weight of
the first one.
the weight of the shot is just inch perfect. And credit to Jackson because I've been saying on this show and people will be saying, oh, Jackson's a bum. Jackson's not good technically. Jackson is good technically. He's a technically secure player. His finishing obviously needs to improve, but in terms of his
That's
link
part
up,
of being technical.
that's his finishing. But in terms, he's
but
a
hold on,
he's
wait
a
a
good
minute,
facilitator.
wait,
Hold on.
wait.
He's
If
a good
you're a
facilitator.
striker,
but
right?
same with Jesus. Jesus not good.
Yeah, I know, but if you're a striker,
he can't shoot, can he?
If you're a striker, isn't part of their technicality is the shooting.
But part of your job as a striker is to facilitate for others. If you can help create chances for others and they're going to take the chances, that's not a problem. Obviously, Firmino was a much better shooter, but Firmino's whole job in that Liverpool team when they were on the road to winning titles and whatnot is to facilitate for Salah and Mane. So if he facilitates and
he missed a lot of chances as well for Liverpool.
Yeah, and he still scored 14 goals last season.
He did. So I don't know why you're looking at me like that. He did.
So if he facilitates, and others score, I'm not going to have any problem whatsoever as long as we win games. But yeah, brilliant performance from him as well. I thought Colwell really good. Really enjoyed his passing out from the back. Enzo and Caicedo were not good in the first half. I looked at the stats. It was like one.
I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. No, because you know me. You know my criticism on. You know my criticism on Enzo, but I don't think Enzo was playing that bad in the first half. The problem with Enzo is defensively, he's just a ghost. Like if you break on Chelsea and you get past Caicedo, and Enzo's the last line of the defense between you and the defense, it's over.
But you got to be able to do that.
On the ball, he was good he was good enough in the first half. I thought Caicedo, honestly, he was a mess in the first half, like an absolute mess. And I don't understand it with him. Your fans are saying he's not fit, but I don't get it. Like I've seen so many of those performances from Caicedo last season where he's just losing possession. Like it was his turnover. It was him getting stripped over the ball that led to I think it was their first goal or their second goal. It's just not good enough. Sorry, it's not good enough.
He was trying to make a tackle. He almost did the splits for Cunha's shot hitting the bar as well. But both of them improved in the second half, which was good. But obviously the standards are high for them because they have to be top players for us. And then, when you've got Neto and Felix coming off the bench and they link up for that last goal, I thought I was in heaven. I was like, this doesn't
When was
get
the
any
last
better.
time you've seen a goal like
Bro, Neto against his old club, I was like, do you know what? I said before the goal happened, I wouldn't mind if Neto got an assist because I know if he scores, he's not going to celebrate. I need someone to dunk it on these lot because we got a shocking record at Wolves. We lost there last season. It battered us at Stamford Bridge. Cunha got a hat-trick as well. Like, we've been suffering against Wolves for a while, so I wanted all celebrations. And Felix, that's my boy, man. The way it just went onto his foot, just put it straight into the top corner. Yeah. I've always been a fan of Felix, but he's got a lot to prove. I won't lie. He's got a lot to prove. Mudryk, listen, I've had my thoughts on Mudryk for a while now. I've been saying that he can't start in these Premier League games because he's not good enough. He needs too much attention, too much instruction. He wasn't great in the Conference League the other day. That is the level that you need to smash it at before you can even talk it in the Prem. And with Neto, with Felix, with Nkuku, Madueke and Palmer, they're all better than you. Like clearly
He's still
now.
Starting.
Yeah, well, he won't be starting. I don't think he'll be starting.
Just before we get into the super chats, the first half, I mean, what a half it was for the neutral. 2-2.
Too much.
You know, the clip that we played at the start, that was you when they scored their second goal.
Yeah. But the defending was
was poor, but right up until Madueke maybe scored maybe his second goal, Wolves were still in the game.
Yeah.
They were the better side in the first half.
First half, yeah.
It was end to end. Don't get me wrong. It was
very end-to-end. It was very Poch last season.
They were the better side in the first half.
Yeah. But this is the thing with the defending is that midfield in front of that defence. Of course, I'll talk about the defence and they need to be better as well for the set piece. But the midfield need to win the ball back more. Like I said, one tackle in the 45 minutes. Between two of you, it's not good enough. You need to win the ball back more. So, but apart from that,
around the table, by the way.
Brilliant.
Big time Sean says Robbie Madueke has a Prem hat-trick before Saka and Rashford. I'll chuck him in there as well.
Would you say he's better?
Well
then, shut up.
Shut up.
No, well done. You know what? A lot of Chelsea fans were saying he should go last week.
That is true.
Last week,
it's true. He was
saying, you know, well, actually,
no, it was actually briefings. The club
actually, yeah, you know, I wouldn't even say Chelsea fans, but they were talking about him leaving.
Wingers for him to go,
weren't they? They were talking about him leaving, weren't they?
For me, well, we were talking about it because it was reports, but for me, I've always said there's no way they should be selling him if you've got Mudryk and Sterling now sitting there.
Yeah, but the reason why they were looking at him to sell him again is because he's come through the ranks. It's pure profit.
No, it's not. We bought him from PSV.
Yeah, was it? Okay.
He came from Tottenham. He came from Market.
Oh yeah, he was at Tottenham.
You must be pissed.
He's a very good player. I remember when he played. It wasn't last season. The season before when you played us. At the Emirates when we beat you. He was the one sort of bright light I was looking at. I go, hey, that was sort of the first time I was seeing him in the flesh, and I was like, he's decent.
But do you know what I liked? Because they brought it up on FCM. I brought up in my review as well. The fact that he was able to do it on his right foot is very important because I was saying in my review, like Saka, the thing is with Saka that started to separate him from the rest is that he doesn't just cut in on his left now. If he needs to shoot on his right, he'll shoot on his right.
He can do both.
So he had to be able to improve on that.
Yeah.
Salah shoot on his right?
Yeah,
he does.
That goal against City where he cuts back and right foot across the goal.
But Madueke, well done to him. A good hat-trick and a very good player.
8 minutes.
Yeah.
All these actions yesterday were on point.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe, like literally every single action was either I'm working the goalkeeper, I'm putting in a dangerous cross, or I'm scoring. It was actually
good.
If he can do that consistently, that right side will be.
That's it.
Be good,
that's the big thing for him. Can he do it consistently?
That's the
problem with him. Sometimes his game is a bit volatile, but one thing is guaranteed: he can strike a ball and he can beat a player.
But then he needs a run in the team now, isn't it?
I think he'll get it. I think he'll get it now
over Mudryk
after that competition.
By the way, over 7,000 of you watching right now already, and only 600 likes.
Come on, man. It's Carnival, 1,000 at least.
That's it. Robbie's got to get off.
You're going after.
Jay says, haven't felt so happy watching Chelsea in a long time. Last time we scored 6 was March 2014.
That is mad. Is that real? Yeah. Wow.
Was that against us?
Probably was.
Maybe it was,
Stamford
Bridge.
The last 6-0. I remember I was at that game, man.
Yeah, Salah scored that game. Was that really the last time?
Yeah,
that might be against us,
man. That was a great game, man.
It was not a great game. I was at that game, man. That was horrific. I remember coming out. That's why I give your fans so much stick every time we beat.
Wenger's 1,000th
game, you know.
And it was Mourinho as well. It was Mourinho as well.
And it was Mourinho. And I'm brother.
Didn't they have a fight?
Oh, I got some stick that day.
Yeah, I think so.
And didn't they send off Gibbs instead of Oxlade?
Yeah.
When I come out of that game, boy, there's about 1,000 Chelsea fans waiting for me, man. They give it to me, man. I bet they were, mate. We'll come back